Hey everyone, welcome back to another segment of The MCR. Mac and me. And in this segment, my name's TJ. In this segment, I'm going to talk about a company displayed on my hat. And if you recall, this will be the first time any viewer has seen this hat of mine. I'm a hat connoisseur. But Ford Motor Company. Mac, have you ever, with the exception of my last purchase, have you ever seen me drive anything other than a Ford?
I don't believe so.
You have not. We're a Ford family. My dad retired from Ford, which means as dependents of him, we qualify for what's been negotiated as it's labeled the Z plan. Retirees have the Z plan. Current employees have the A plan. From what I understand, they're virtually identical. It's just a matter of whether it's the person's working or retired. But in any event, most of my family members have been faithful Ford patrons, and that is going to now be put to the test with the latest. And I hate to use the word latest because this happened a year ago, but is just now coming to light. Okay. I guess almost a year ago, there was an event in England, Goodwood, England, in June of 2022, and how can you make this stuff up? Okay, where the Ford came out with a very gay Raptor.
A what?
Okay. For those not familiar with the product lines of Ford products, they're trucks. They're the top.
So it's the truck's name is Raptor.
Yeah. Well, see, okay. What you've got is, how you got your F-150 and Ranger too, but you have these different trim levels. Okay. Well, the top trim level for the Ford F-150 is called the Raptor. Well, Ford came. I'm having trouble saying this with a straight face because this is blowing my mind. They came out with a truck. Okay, they came out with the LGBTQ ABC IOU design on the truck, and someone sarcastically said, "That's a very gay-looking Raptor." And Ford says, "Oh, yeah? Well, that's what we're going to call it." Ford has doubled down and said, "We're going to call this truck with the LGBTQ rainbow on it." Ford is doubling down and saying they are calling their truck the very gay Raptor.
I just don't know what the need to promote, accommodate someone's sexuality is. They're a small percentage of the population. Despite what the media would tell you, they are not 50% of the population. They're not 40%. They're more like 3%. And why this constant bending over backwards to accommodate them and kiss their gay ass, I don't know.
Well,
you or I won't be buying one either way.
Well, it's interesting you say that. This top trim level, it's a twin turbo performance truck, which costs over $56,000. Oh, and it's not electric either. Okay, I'll just throw that in there.
I mean, why don't they make a Protestant truck or a Catholic truck or an Islamic truck?
And
you know why? Because it would be stupid.
They are going to incorporate a similar trim level into the Ranger, and they're going to call it the next generation Ranger Raptor. And it's going to have similar design to it as the very gay Raptor F-150. I'm going to guess, Mac, that you have not seen their one commercial of it.
No, I don't watch TV, so.
Okay. Well, I saw this. I think I saw this in the Gateway Pundit, where they had actually. I think it's on YouTube now. Now that I'm talking about it, but they got the commercial, and you see these two trucks going down the desert, and they're just coated with dust. Okay, and and the one truck drives through a big puddle of water, and bada boom, bada bing. When it comes up out of the water, you see the rainbow design, you know? And I just it just saddens me. It saddens me. I don't know if I could wear this hat ever again. And this was one of my favorite hats, you
I
know.
don't give a damn, except for the people in the state of Michigan who work for Ford. I could give less than a damn if they went out of business.
And and you know, and this is just one. Ford already had me kind of ranting. Mac, if you recall, I for those unaware, I purchased a Kia, and did I not say, Mac, I felt like Ford pushed me into the Kia?
Of course, I live out in the country here, and so there are a lot of trucks. They're all full of rust.
Well, the problem with the Ford product line is they're not making cars anymore. They're only making SUVs and trucks, which are more money. And then if you get all-wheel drive, then that's more money. And I needed a car, not an SUV, and I had to go to another maker. So I ended up getting a Kia, which by the way gets excellent gas mileage, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Tell you, my Kia Forte is getting a lot more gas mileage than the Ford Focus did, you know. But uh, it's just
Well, I'll ask
it,
the question again. Well, what is the need to push this agenda? Because it is being pushed. There's no logical reason to have this truck named what it's named.
well,
I mean, do they have
I
a
don't
white
know,
guy truck and a black guy truck, or is that where we're headed?
but uh, one final thought here, and our viewers can think less of me if they'd like to, but I would just, at the risk of being risque, I'd just like to reflect on some of the more popular Ford slogans that have been out there for years. The one, have you driven a Ford lately? Okay. Uh, like on my hat, built Ford tough. Uh, Another Ford slogan, better ideas driven by you. Yeah, you know what? How's that for a better idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, and here's one that caused me to chuckle. Feel the difference?
Walk funny after you drive this truck?
So shame on me for shame on me for so anyways, that's all I got. I'm not even gonna say, you know, I'll never buy a Ford again. I'll tell you what, if I'm gonna purchase a car, it won't be a Ford, and that'll be an easy
Well,
decision there, you
here's
know?
what they did. Here's what they've accomplished with me with this nonsense is that'll be the last vehicle of choice.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just I you know I don't think the future bodes well for the domestic automakers as it is. I mean,
Well, they're letting
they
these woke idiots run their companies into the ground.
yeah. Uh, so and
Hey,
that, and
the
that
UAW supports it, I bet.
yeah, you know what? And the UAW uh, is working against their own rank and file. I've
Yes,
I've
they
said
are.
I've said that for a gazillion years.
Well, you know what I've said for a gazillion years? They're nothing more than a money laundering operation for the Democratic Party,
My dad was a UAW member and voted
as was mine.
Republican. And the irony and all that. But anyways, that's all we got. And you know what? What do you think Henry Ford would be saying right now?
Well, he
You know,
wasn't the nicest guy on the planet to begin with, but yeah, I don't think he'd be liking it.
well, anyways, we'll call this one a wrap. Guess I'll see you down the road in another vehicle.
Yeah.
As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.